uniform.
Exactly. Yeah.
You did mention.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the world's most powerful horse racing method. I don't know how good my mic is, so I'll have to try and shout up because I've lost my headphones and I've also lost my mouse. So it's on this new computer, the only one that's able to record what I'm doing. It's very shaky on the mouse, and I need a wireless one, and I've lost that little thing that plugs in. And I'm always doing this. That's why I normally tape it to the mouse. Anyway, so the first on Saturday, the 1st of April already. My God. The first race, 1:30 at Southwell, Kempton, has just gone, and we've just beaten an odds-on shot with a signalled reverse gamble, which was Rosetsky March. That wins the first. Managed to record that with Racing Index for once, but unfortunately I've failed to record over 1,000 points profit, so I look like I'm actually making a loss when I'm not. And I've been giving it a rest. I've had a couple of weeks off since Cheltenham. I just can't be bothered. I've put the odd ones in, but I just haven't been able to focus and give it my full attention full time. So we're starting a good win at 16-1. Pays around 20-1 for the 4-1 part to it. Excuse me. So, and this is how I'm going to show you how we operate. I'm going to come back in 8 minutes time to try and get those final show markets on the 150 at Doncaster. Ooh, big race to read. Right. It's no good starting to read it now. I might catch something early, but it might be a late adjustment. I've got to be on the ball for this one. So live money for a couple here. Tees Doog. Live money for Go to Work. Live money for Old Chums. Live money for Indication Call. All unraced. All in a stakes race. Because they're unraced, anything could pop up at any price here. Right, where shall I start? Right, so I'll use the Betfair market. Now you'll find this market on the right hand side from the real Betfair website is sometimes very different to this Betfair market through the Racing Post. Now, I can only presume that this market on the Racing Post is attached to the exchanges markets. That's the only conclusion I've been able to come to. And sometimes I've used this market and it's not been accurate the whole day. And the sportsbook market on the real Betfair is very accurate and very different. So maybe you can tell me in comments if you know, guys. But so without further ado, start reading this. How many runners? 15, 18, 18. Hopefully I don't get any interference today. Hopefully I don't have to go out today, because if I go out, that's when I come back to, there's no perfect time, and it's always the worst time, and I've missed the amount of gambles, big prices I've missed, because I've had to go off and do something else, because 9 hours in a day, it's a lot, and it's a big difference between profit and a loss, and this is the problem of racing, especially my method. My method returns a much bigger profit than anyone else in the industry, but you've got to be on the ball and you can't miss them. because of these last minute shows that the bookmakers have done to try and scupper my methods. But let's see how we carry on today. So 33-1 winner on another video I've recorded, but I haven't uploaded yet, in the first as well, the other day. Was in the form of the reverse gamble as well. So that's also recorded. So guys, if you don't want to look through 9 hours of racing, I'm going to try and learn how to edit and go through the profit and loss the day after, because these proofing selections into Racing Index won't show till the day after. So on each new video I'll quickly go through profit and loss of the previous day. So let's try it that way. So not to bore you, and then you've got the official figures there record. But like I say, there's many wins. One day was especially hurtful when there were 2 signal 50-1 shots and a 66-1 winner that day, just in that day. And you need those because they're the booster bets, such as the first today. So, I mean, you're 19 points ahead today. You can bank that and take the rest of the day off. But when we're down, obviously we don't know which day is going to be the losing day within a 7-day period, which is an average for me, sometimes 2. And you don't know which day is going to be that booster day, which swallows up all that profit and balances the bank. Right, 5 minutes to the off. Doncaster, let me just read this then. I got carried away there. And I'll speak the selections through, and hopefully you can hear me. I'll speak the selections through, and therefore, if I miss any, you can hear me say it, and in case I don't get them into this very difficult, time-consuming. I've just left every bet at 9,000 each way now, but there are 4 different systems, and the stronger systems get a sort of 5,000 each way, 9,000 each way, and the weaker ones, the weaker systems. So let's go through quickly on this one. So showing strong for indication call, but I'm not going to put the strong ones in today. They're probably going to go and win. So strong on indication call, weak on Doddy's impact, strong each way on Old Chums, strong each way on Go to Work, gold each way gamble on T's Douche. I'm just looking for, because the reverse gamble won in the first, so I'm just checking any potential reversed gambles. Right, no, so it's a back-in market, this one, not a... Oh, just a minute. Got 3 minutes to get these selections in, so I need to get one of these mouses working or do something. Right, okay, so any reverse gambles, some money for Havana Prince, strong, but not putting the strong ones in, don't forget. If I don't put them in, they'll go and win, so right, so I'm interested in so several strong ones. Old Chums was one of them, wasn't it? Go to Work was strong. T's Douche was strong. And I was interested in one I can't find now. The one I said was gold each way gamble. The market's flipping all over real fast towards the off. I can't remember. I'd have to go through the market again and do the assessment again. Was it Tees Douche? Here's Tees Douche. So I'm just going to put Tees Douche in. There's no reverse gamble. That's the gold gamble indicated. Like I say, there's 4 strong other triers, which include weak Havana Prince, weak Doddy's Impact, strong Indication Call, strong Old Chums, and strong Go to Work. Right, let's listen to what the experts think.
Freeze time.
Yeah, exactly. Now, look, Ken, of all the races today, this is probably the one we need your help on the most. So, just give us a rundown. What did you like? What didn't you like?
I like Doddy's Impact, fit, forward, done plenty of work. He looks okay. Indication Call, again, he's forward. He looks fit and he looks like he knows his job. Loaded Gun, leggy type by Magna Grecia, looks fit enough but will improve. And obviously the favourite is a nice big type by Star Spangled Banner. He's fit and looks well. But yeah, those are the 4 what I liked in terms of fit is ready to go today. But some of these are just not up for it today at all, Gareth, in terms of their demeanour and the way they look.
Okay, they're about to head behind and set the scene for us, Ken, at Doncaster. It usually gets around about 10,000 people this meeting, doesn't it? Big crowd, and I'm guessing there's quite a lot of excitement ahead of the beginning of the new turf season.
Yeah, a lot of people here. Managing director came and said they've got good crowds in attendance. Obviously, everyone's looking forward to how the flat goes and how it pans out. And the ground's the most important thing today because it's going to be pretty hard work, Gavin, given the way the track has been unprepared for the meeting.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there was a lack of grass growth, wasn't there, which sort of hit a few tracks in all truth over the last couple of months.
It's just one of those things, Gareth. I mean, the weather's not been helpful regarding grass growth.
No, exactly. Okay, heading forward then for this opening contest and
Ken?
Yes, John.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. Doddy's Impact, number 3. How does that look in the paddock?
Yeah, I like it. It's fit, it's forward, it's done plenty of work. If I had to give 2 today, I'd go Doddy's Impact and Indication Call would be my 2 I'd go with.
Thanks a lot, cheers.
On looks-wise, Ken, the favourite, does look the part, does he?
He's a nice type. The ground's my concern, Lucy. He's a nice big type compared to some of these, and he looks like he's done plenty of work, but just think the way he moves, just watching his action was a slight concern to me just going to post, so I could be wrong.
Okay.
Brilliant, Ken. That's great. We'll speak to you ahead of the second race. Enjoy the first race of the new season.
I will do. Thanks, everyone, and good luck.
I think we'll need it. That's Ken Pitterson live from Doncaster as they continue to load up. Charged Up is just about to head in, a 25-1 chance. Quick update on the betting. We've still got probably 6 or 7 of them out of line. Valadero at 11-4 favourite. Indication Call at 9-2. Loaded Gun at 5-1. Old Chums at 9-1. 12-1 Doddy's Impact and Go to Work and Sankari 16-1 bar those. Ken liked Doddy's Impact and also Indication Call. He said they would be the 2 sort of first and foremost picks of the 4 that he gave us. The other 2 that he liked were Loaded Gun and Valadero. Lucy, you were with Indication Call, and John, you were with Loaded Gun, so must be quite encouraged by what Ken said.
Yeah, I think looks-wise, the favourite just looks a class above, but as Ken mentioned, the ground there is going to be the real sort of testing point. So Indication Call probably doesn't look as well in the prelims or in himself, but I think he may handle the ground better, may handle the conditions better. Big field, you need to be quite tough as well and have plenty of speed. So you need to have it all really to be winning in this sort of conditions today. Yeah,
okay. They continue to slot behind down to the final few, and yeah, John, it obviously pays to be, sort of very forward going this, at the beginning of the season for a race like this.
Absolutely, yeah. Of course, we haven't. Sometimes by now we'd have had a 2-year-old race in the all-weather, but we haven't even had that. The market's been pretty steady, although that was Doddy's Impact. I was just interested in the jockey book, in the naming of the horse as well. I don't know if I'm reading something that isn't there. It's just, for Doddy's Impact, but there's been a little bit of support for that one. That's been one of the ones who have shortened up in the market, though not markedly.
He's going in, and I think the last two go in. Let's go live for a new flat season.
And off and racing for the Brocklesby, the Thames Network EBF Brocklesby Stakes, as we get the 2023 Turf Flat season underway. Mullingar Girl on the near side showing up pace there with Tease Douge, Indication Calls, Red Cap right up there, as well as Doddy's Impact. Havana Prince the Grey is handy, so too Loaded Gun. Sankari racing all by itself over on the far side. Sankari together there with No Sinner, those two of them racing right away from the main pack. At this stage, Go to Work is quite badly outpacing as they go through the first 2.5 furlongs up towards already to the quarter-mile pole. Tease Douge chasing Mullingar Girl on the near side. Alpha Whitebird, noseband coming through with Indication Call. Doddy's Impact down the centre. Valadero has taken over. Havana Prince, Old Chums with on the far side No Sinner. Valadero in front. From on the near side, Doddy's Impact, who's digging deep in the closing stages, charged up, is running on strongly behind them. Valadero then from Doddy's Impact inside the final 50 of the Brocklesby. They go to the line, and Doddy's Impact may have got there from Valadero. It goes to the judge, charged up in third place. Alpha Whitebird behind them, followed by Old Chums, and then Havana Prince next.
Well, Billy Loughnane has, I think, managed to pull this out of the fire with Doddy's Impact to look beaten everywhere bar the line. That final 50 yards, John, if you're a Valadero supporter, that must have been painful.
Yeah, Valadero just got very tired in the final 100 yards or so, and in the end, Doddy's Impact has got up and won by probably about a neck or so in the end. Well, certainly ahead. I'll call it a neck, actually. Third was charged up for Ollie Pears, would normally associate with a race like the Brocklesby. Couple raced over on the far side, and they were up there certainly till a 2 furlong pole, but dropped away in the closing stages. But yeah, the market knew about this one a little bit because the favourite was second, and the one they were mentioned there was support for in the build-up to the race, bit of some money for Doddy's Impact as one, and Billy Loughnane. I mean, what a 6 months. If his career has even lasted 6 months yet, what a time it's been.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that was a smashing ride on a horse, Lucy, who just seemed to knuckle down that bit better in the closing stage. As you said, in terms of looks, Valadero was...
This math is no good. Maybe if I slow it down. Get more control over it. Maybe. Right, so the weak signal, Doddy's Impact took that one, and the gamble was nowhere. It was Tease Douge. Charged up. No, some weak signal winner there. Up to the 205 at Kempton. Right, I'll be back around 203. No, so I've lost my mouse receiver. So I need to order a new mouse and headphones with a mic while I'm at it, because I don't think this mic's going to be picking me up very good. 205 at Kempton then. Let me read that race. Just check the markets are in line with each other. No, so we've got 5 to 2 on the Racing Post Betfair and 11 to 4 for the favourite on Secret State on the other side. Fox's Tails 5 to 2 both. Phantom Flight, 72 both. It might be just catching up. It might be just a catch-up thing. Because direct from Betfair should be ahead of the information feeding back through the Racing Post. I'm sure. Maybe that's just what's going on. Right. So I'm going to use that market. So Fox's Tails is signalling for me for a gold win gamble, but we only go each way. We don't do the win. We only go each way. Play each way unless the favourite was some other method. If it was two methods, then we're getting a favourite, but we always trying to go against to get them beat. So I've got a weak signal for Bellocchio. And I've got a reverse gamble signal for Rogue Millennium. I can't deal with this mouse. The wire's just pushing against me all the time. It's just super sensitive. And it's actually the surface it's on, I think, is not very good. It's only a weak signal reverse gamble. Fox's Tails is the strongest by far in this market. Like I say, Bellocchio's giving me a signal. I just go try it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runners, so I need first or second. It'll probably come third, Rogue Millennium. I've seen some live money for it just then. Let's put it in at 5,000 each way because it's a reverse gamble. Oh, it's already in at 9 each way. Okay. Well, these should be the late opening shows, but I doubt they are. Now they've just turned for the late opening shows, so now the market's getting furiously liquidized. I'll take a punt and try and get a place from it, and it might even win, as a reverse gamble has already won today. And this mouse is terrible. I'm going to have to do something. This heavier mouse, if I could get it through, I mean, which is going to be the heaviest? Is that going to be? Let me just change the surface. I've got a mouse pad over here. There we go. Wrong side. Okay, that's better. That's better. Good. Okay, let's listen to this race.
The lighter of the greys in the lineup, unbeaten at Kempton. 3 from 3 is moving through the field. He's about to take third place. Savvy Victory in yellow and reds against the running rail, and the filly Rogue Millennium, red and white jacket, is just at the rear of the field. Heading down the far side they go, and Tyrenian Sea and David Egan leading, just under a length ahead. Danny Musket on Bellocchio, the far side of William Buick on Secret State, and they're in second and third places. Then PJ McDonald on Phantom Flight against the running rail. Fox's Tails and Asheen Murphy close to those. A length away, Richard Kingscote on Savvy Victory, and then Jack Mitchell on Rogue Millennium. Red and white jacket just at the rear of the field, but they're already approaching the end of the back straight and the right-handed turn to home. Tyrrhenian Sea continues to have the advantage, leads a half length only. Secret State in second place. Bellocchio just ridden along a little bit round the outside of those. Phantom Flight making progress against the running well. Between those is Fox's Tails. They're all caught on for an effort. Secret State has been sent for the line now by William Buick. They head to the 2 markers. Secret State is leading by a length and a half. Fox's Tails in second position. Phantom Flight, then Rogue Millennium, the red and white, moving into third and fourth. At the furlong pole, the noseband of Fox's Tails has come to claim Secret State. Phantom Flight running on behind those into third. Savvy Victory looking for room. Rogue Millennium on the outside. They're playing for places though. Fox's Tails is clear with the team Murphy and Wims. Rogue Millennium, big run for her, gets second. Phantom Flight was behind those in third. Then comes Secret State with Secret State. Was Savvy Victory just finishing now. Bellocchio and Tyrrhenian Sea has been virtually pulled up.
Yeah, but it's gone to Fox's Tails. Well done, Lucy. He's run out a very comfortable winner in the end.
Yeah, nice winner in the end, wasn't it, for this horse? And good ride as well from Oisin Murphy. I thought they went pretty quick in that contest, and William Buick obviously kicked for home because maybe he thinks that Secret State stays as well a bit further. So maybe that was his reasoning for sort of kicking for home a little bit far out. But yeah, credit to this horse because he's picked off all the runners in the closing stages and he's won going away at the line.
Yeah, I thought Savvy Victory was a little bit of an eye-catcher further back in the field. He got held up on more than one occasion and no doubt would have finished quite a bit closer had those traffic problems not occurred. But that's racing, I suppose. But yeah, Fox's Tails, I doubt anything would have beaten this horse. Fox's Tails has run out a clear-cut winner of that second race of the day at Kempton Park. We'll get you the SPs very shortly. They're heading down at Uttoxeter for the first race of...
We're just waiting for the SPs. I think the reverse gamble got in. Really nice price, 33 to 1. We're getting about 7 to 1 on that. Like a 7 to 1 win, better than Fox's Tails on the win, which signalled as a gold win gamble, if you heard what I was saying, but we don't back the favourites. On the win side, we'd rather go against, so same thing in the next race at 210. I'm getting lots of signals here. I've got Racombalas. My eyes aren't very good. I've got sugar in them and it's almost double vision. That's a goal each way gamble. Strong signal for Half for Freedom. Strong signal for Tonto Foley. No, it isn't, sorry. No signal for Tonto Foley. No signal for Atlantic Dancer. Strong signal for Brave the Waves. So what I have gone for, strong signal for Red Vision as well. So that's 3 strong signals, which I don't believe. So I've gone for the gamble and the 2 reverse gambles in this race. So the gamble is Rocambalas, now favourite, and the reverse gambles are Sabbatical and Rainbow Jet. I'll leave this with you. I'll just get lunch and try not to miss any. So we're in a good profit today so far. Actually, today's profit is what most tipsters would hope for in an entire month after all losses. And this is how it goes, guys. So we've been recording 28 minutes already. And most of you would be bored and gone. This is the world's most powerful, in fact this is the world's most powerful way of making money in terms of profit. Nothing can beat it. Commodities, markets, anything. As I'm proving right now. Right, I'll leave the commentary going. I'll go and get my lunch.
Tails the winner at 5 to 2 favourite, beats 7 Rogue Millennium at 33 to 1. We were paying 3 places, so 3 Phantom Flight was third there at 7-2, and all 7 ran in that 2:05. The Magnolia Stakes at Kempton. Okay, Staffordshire then now. Your Toxeter for the 2:10. The flags are up for the opening race there today. The going, as I say, officially described as heavy. And at least it's dry for the race goers that are there. Did you say that you were there a couple of weeks ago?
Midlands Grand National Day, yeah.
So-
And the horses were finishing very tired on that
Right.
occasion. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also quite tight as well going around.
It is, yeah.
There's a few bends, so
Yeah.
I suppose it's got everything really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Quite a test.
absolutely. Here we go then. First race of the day. Let's go and join them.
Elliott for Impact Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle. They go over 2 miles with 9 flights to jump for our first of the day with Sabbatical. The first to begin with a white face, purple colours of Rainbow Jet also right up there as well, and the green away to the left of Atlantic Dancer. Just settling in behind them in 4th is Half the Freedom, and then came Brave the Waves in 5. 6th place early on out towards the rear of the field, the red and grey stripes of Red Vision ahead of Tonto Foley, and Rockambolus is the last one over as they've jumped flight number 2. Making their way on towards the 3rd with Sabbatical, who's won a couple of times already this season over fences at Fakenham and Leicester, and Atlantic Dancer the mare, who won over course and distance 2 weeks ago. And it's Atlantic Dancer who will rise in front at the next obstacle. From Sabbatical, and then Rainbow Jet in 3rd position. Red Vision in a dispute of 4th with Half the Freedom. The nose-banded runner is Brave the Waves, followed by Tonto Foley, who's racing a little bit keenly down on the inside for Ellis Collier, ahead of Rockambolus on his first run for Ben Pauling this afternoon at the rear of the field. Here they jump flight number 4, and that will be the final hurdle next time. And as they pass the stands, it is Atlantic Dancer with the lead by a length and a half, and they get a tremendous cheer from the crowd as well. Sabbatical in 2nd and Rainbow Jet 3rd on the outside, followed by Red Vision, who's worked through into 4th place down on the inner. There's a length to Half the Freedom, and then Tonto Foley, another length and a half to Brave the Waves, and still Rockambolus at the rear of the octet, keeping his powder dry in that first-time hood as they go to the first of the 2 flights over on the far side of the course. This is flight number 5 as they come into the wings of it. Atlantic Dancer with a 2-length advantage and jumps well over Sabbatical. Rainbow Jet was a length away 3rd, half a length 4th is Red Vision down on the inner. A length back to Half the Freedom and Sean O'Brien in the very pale colours, followed by Brave the Waves on the outside, and Tonto Foley and Rockambolus are still the rear pair as they approach the final one down the back, flight number 6. They're still about a mile from home, and Rockambolus made a mistake there at the rear of the field. He didn't jump it too well at all, and he's around 6 or 7 lengths off the leader Atlantic Dancer, who's striding on down the hill in the hands of Bruce Lynn to Sabbatical and Isabel Williams, who rode her 50th career winner at Fosslas last week. A length to Rainbow Jet in 3rd spot, and then in 4th is Red Vision. Under pressure is Half the Freedom in 5th, Brave the Waves, Rockambolus still waiting at the back of the field with Tonto Foley and Ellis Collier towards the inside in the light green and black as they race on to the top of the home straight. They've got 3 hurdles to jump in the Tony and Linda Elliott for Impact Conditional Jockeys Handicap Hurdle, and Atlantic Dancer's always been prominent and continues to show in front. From Sabbatical, Rainbow Jet, look on the extreme left, Rockambolus with a big leap there and has come right through to be fairly handy now. Tonto Foley didn't jump it too well. Half the Freedom is flat to the boards, and they're coming down towards the second last, and Rockambolus, Dylan Whelan moving up from the rear on the outside to join the nose-banded Brave the Waves. Atlantic Dancer back to 3rd, Red Vision in 4th, and Half the Freedom as they jump the second last. Rockambolus landed in front on the near side. From in 2nd, Brave the Waves. In 3rd spot is Atlantic Dancer. Half the Freedom trying to run on, but Rockambolus is going clear on the run down to the final flight. Opens up by 5 or 6 lengths, got in a bit close, but he's over clear. From in 2nd, Brave the Waves, then Atlantic Dancer, and Rockambolus will make a winning start for Ben Pauling and Dylan Whelan and wins the opener. Atlantic Dancer rallied to get 2nd from Brave the Waves, and then Half the Freedom, and they were clear.
Well done to Lucy there with Rock and Bowler. I mean, this horse must have been showing something for the previous yard, but as I say, it didn't really come off for them. But first start for Ben Pauling today. I mean, you'll be encouraged by that, Lucy, with your nap coming up in just a few moments. But yeah, you're on the wrong one ultimately.
I just said to you, didn't I? I should have napped that one the way it won.
But at least you tipped that one for our listeners. So
yeah, well, the market support was there for him as well, as we mentioned, wasn't it, Gareth? But he's won it really well. He's won it with a bit in hand, I would say, as well. He got a bit close to the last hurdle, but he looks like a completely different horse there. Maybe the first time Hood's help, new trainer.
Yeah.
He had a lightweight on his back as well here today. Dylan Whelan taking off £10.
Yeah.
So he had a featherweight on his back, and it's all gone right for him.
It certainly has. We'll get the result through shortly. Much shorter running than usual on the hurdles track there as well. That final flight was not far from the winning line at all. We're going to go to Stratford though now for the 2:17. Goodness me, this is cut up a bit. It's a 2 mile hurdle. Heavy, soft in places the going. Non-runners, numbers 3 Dan Silla, 5 Captain Atbridge, 8 On a Roll, and 10 Forever a Dove. Lucy, you're with Samuel Spade, who you touched on a few minutes ago. He's in at 13-2, but obviously this is John's meeting. So John, we'll get your thoughts as well. Bo Balco is favourite at even money. What did you like here?
It probably was Bo Balco. He's a keen-going type, but it hasn't stopped him winning a couple of races. And the fact that he's already got a soft ground win under his belt at Hereford from back in the early part of the winter, that's in his favour. Just to point out to listeners as well, they may be aware, but there's some fair old added yardage in plenty of races at Stratford today. This one is actually, it's down as 2 miles 70 yards. It's actually 2 miles 1 furlong and a fair bit. It's run over an extra furlong than
I just say, John, are you looking at these pictures of the puddles?
Oh God, yes.
I mean, I thought we talked about Taunton earlier. I thought that was bad. This makes Taunton look dry.
Yeah, so we're not going to play this heavy grounds because it severely affects the market here. I'm not even interested in reading this one, so I'll just finish lunch and come back for the next race after this one.
Meaning that each of us has a weight we actually protect. It's probably no nuance to that set range. There's a range that you can actually range that we find easy to throw weight. So in other words, I'm not thinking about my body weight at the moment, and this is the weight that I am, and I wish I was half a stone or a stone light. But if I lost that half a stone, I would then have to think about food all the time to keep that half a stone off. Whereas I get half a stone more and I don't raise my weight anymore. So that's the idea when there is a weight range is easy to protect. And each of us is different. There are some people who are skinny. There are some people who just find it more difficult to say no to food than others. That's pretty much it. So some people's thermostat for food is set a little higher than others. And you can spend that thermostat 25 degrees versus 20 degrees. And there's really next to nothing you can do.
Right, guys, so the result of the 2:17 race, Berko Lord was another reverse gamble winner. The 2:10, of course, and we ended up just sort of getting our money back. But normally, once I've got a decent mouse, I can change these figures, and so that each way on the reverse gamble method, the stake should be half of what a gold gamble would be normally, but I'm just playing everything straight today. So we would have played to make a profit on that last race. The 2:10 at Uttoxeter, but I'm just playing every code level stakes today, and I'm just doing the 3 methods, which is the fixed method, the fixed races, the gold gambles and the reverse gambles, and I'm not putting in, so it makes less selections to put in, and focuses more, and it's more selective than just backing everything that indicates a positive.
Metabolically, the most active part of your body are the muscles. So when you're younger and you're doing things and you're more time to go to the gym,
240 Kempton seems to be the next race. No, there was a 225 at Doncaster. Oh, that was a big race, so it's too late to go through. They're probably halfway around. Well, they're probably nearly finished now. But I will read the race, if I can, quickly. So, Broken Spear, the fix is weak signal. So Mr. Fix already, so that might have won. 25 Doncaster. Yeah, I've missed the race anyway, so let's just see what the winner was and would it have been a signal and how many signals were there. Sorry, I'm just listening at the same time to a doctor. It's kind of distracting on diet and natural and all the papers and experiments and results.
What can I do to try and stay? Because for me, it's not really about the weight and how you look. It's more about I am. How do I say this? There was a big set of stairs the other day. Really long set of stairs when I went to the Slick. I was in Indonesia a couple of months ago, and I remember thinking about the stairs and thinking, well, if I wasn't, athletic and strong and didn't have good knees and things like that, there's no way I'd be able to get down this long, winding, hand-carved set of Indonesian stairs so that I could go on this boat trip that I was going to go on. And I just thought about how it was a weird thing. I know this is kind of a strange story to tell, but it crossed my mind. I got to the bottom of the stairs and I turned to the person I was with and I was literally like, that's why I've got to stay in shape for as long as I can, because I want to do these boat trips. I want to go on this rafting thing, but I won't be able to access it unless I can go up and down those stairs. Like 200 metres of stairs down this cliff. So that's what I care about. I care about being active and strong and fit for as long as I possibly can. And from what you said about weight,
right, let's check the results. So Haswell, Duke, Raising Sand, a nice 50-1 got in there. Let's have a look at him. Yeah, so that's a reverse gamble signal. But how many reverse gamble signals were there to get that 50-1? Which is a nice, at least 10-1 return. Kind of a 12-1 return, isn't it? Well, certainly we draw the line at 4 reverse gambles, so the maximum we would have, if there'd have been 6 reverse gamble signals, then we wouldn't have put any reverse gamble in. So Harswell Duke won. There's a weak signal, so there's the only thing we lost out on there. And just check Mason as well. And Titan. Yes, Raising Sand was the one we would have been on there. Right, 240 Kempton then. 5 minutes away.
Doing resistance training. Correct, always keep resistance training and lifting weights as long as I can. Lifting weights as long as you can. At some point, you won't be able to lift weights as you can.
Kempton, 240. I'm going to put in a reverse gamble.
I think a lot of people will watch this podcast because probably, especially this time of year, in January, they'll probably be trying to find ways that they can cut fat. They want to be a bit skinny. You said off the stone nowadays.
Yeah, I need to change that stake actually. So, but we'll stick at 9,000 each way on each selection for today. Let's just do it for today. So it's easier for me than to let go of the mouse and put the figures in. The stake's already set at maximum each way that it can possibly be in here. You'd obviously, instead of 10,000 each way, you'd be doing 10 each way or 100 each way accordingly. Right, so 4 minutes to go. Right, so let me start reading this race. I have got a job to come away from here to do today. See, racing, it's too much actually, just UK and Irish, day and night. The method does work worldwide, but there's only myself that can execute it, and I can't automate it. Well, I can to a certain point, but until I get enough interest from this, I'm not willing to invest for the people, by the people, which the system was created for the people, to help everybody get stinking rich as fast as they can and punish these bookmakers. So there's a strong signal for million thanks. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong race. Yeah, it is. So strong signal for million thanks. Strong signal Stately Home. No signal for brains. Gold each way gamble for my mate Ted. I've 2 minutes to go, so I need to concentrate now and be much quicker. Reverse gamble for Alma Mare, which is also the fix of the race. First fix, but the fixes will come in more towards the second half of racing.
So in other words, once you've lost the weight, which means you need to be less exercise helps you keep the weight off. So once you've actually lost the weight, then you
reverse gamble for business.
Then do the exercise, and that will help keep the weight off. That's not going to help you get the weight off in the first place.
Let's put those in.
That seems to be a contradiction to what my personal trainer.
And I'm happy with that. So let's listen to this race.
The way that it would work
rider, so I think there's plenty of positives for Stately Home, and he's another horse that has got to prove himself at this level, but he obviously likes the course and distance, so I think he has every chance.
Okay, runners gathering down at the start. I love the silks that Jack Mitchell is wearing here on business, the white with the various coloured spots. That's very commentator friendly, that, Lucy. So
yeah, can't miss that one.
No, exactly.
It's like that game, isn't it? Twister, is it?
Is it Twister?
The spots.
Yeah.
Childhood game.
So yeah, no, very
colourful,
very pleasing on the eye there.
Power Brothers is the owners that I haven't really heard of before. So
yeah, Sean Curran trains. He might actually train a couple that run in these silks. I'm thinking, but yeah, Business One, who arrives in winning form. It's a competitive heat, that's for sure. And Stately Home, John, I think there used to be a good chaser with the same name.
Yeah, was it the Bowens?
I think it might have been a Bowen horse.
I think it was. And if I'm thinking it was, that wasn't the Bowen horse, then that's not that long ago either, is it?
I'm thinking 90s, late 90s maybe.
But yeah, I've got the Bowens in my head anyway from that.
Yeah. There we are.
Tap away, it was indeed Peter Bowen, yeah, and it was the late 90s.
Yeah. There we are, a name of times past. Plenty of those these days as they continue to head behind. So,
an awful lot, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. My mate Ted heading in. Lucy gave Stately Home a positive mention. What was the selection?
It will be Stately Home, yeah, but we should probably give a mention to My Mate Ted as well, trained by Roger Teal, and this horse first run this season, but he's got still one, which will help him. I thought he was interesting. I also thought Naval Commander was interesting because this horse was second behind Positive last time out over the course and distance in Class 2 company. I think Positive is a very good horse in his own right. He was previously ran in Group 1 races, so that was in Class 2 company as well. Naval Commander finished second last time, so he ought to improve for that run. And he's obviously well established on this grade, so I think it's pretty tough to call the winner, but I think I probably will start with Stately Home.
5 to 10.
Okay, Stately Home then second favourite. Now they've just tried loading up his Naval Commander, but he's not really playing ball at the moment. Robin Brisland's runner, Kieran O'Neill, taking the ride. He's had one try, but it didn't work, so he'll probably get another chance at the end. As Business is about to head forward now into his wide stall, but goes in absolutely fine. And there aren't too many more left to go in. Bear Force 1, who's got some lovely blue cheek pieces on. They again, very commentator friendly. Not complaining there. Slots in nicely, does Bear Force 1. And look at that, second time round he walks in of his own accord, Naval Commander. And Stockpile goes in as well. We're just about set them for the mile qualifier.
He looks about 47.
A race with a mile, the trip here. They begin at the entrance to the back straights. Cliffs of Capri and Business, the two slowest away. The green cap of Brains is the best away, very narrowly in front. To Stockpile, a red cap, the best turned out with A Million Thanks in the blue. Naval Commander and Bear Force 1 are fourth and fifth. Then the two greys, yellow cap, My Mate Ted. A red cap for Stately Home. They're followed by Darwell Lion, white with black hoops. The light blue of Bruno's Gold is followed by Business. The multicoloured spots on white. The silver jacket of Almama and Cliffs of Capri is the back marker. Turning out of the back straight, and it's Brains, tackled now by Bear Force 1. Length and a half to Naval Commander will make the turn on the outside of Stockpile in third and fourth places. Million Thanks in blue behind those. Black and yellow stripes of My Mate Ted is next as they go past halfway to Stately Home. Bruno's Gold, Darwell Line. He's lost his irons on Almama, two from the back of the field. Races in company there with Business and the back marker Cliffs of Capri. They've levelled up for home. They've got 2 furlongs to go. Brains being tackled by Bear Force 1 with a splash of white down the face. Naval Commander. Then Stockpile on the left, a big run. The blue jacket behind these is Million Thanks. Darwell Line is next into the closing stages. Brains being tackled by Million Thanks. Stockpile is with those. Bear Force 1 nearest to us, well inside the final furlong. Stockpile and Bear Force 1. Bear Force 1, the orange and black. Lewis Edmonds is just in front as they come to the line and wins to Million Thanks. Stockpile, Naval Commander, then Stately Home and Business and Bruno's Gold, and behind those My Mate Ted Almama. Then came Brains, Darwell Line.
So that's -3 for us.
It's not, it's making.
That's -3. None of them came there. 2:45 of 1 minute left for the Utoxeter race. I need to be quick. I think I'm going to miss this input as I do lots of them because I'm just getting distracted. Mexico's quite strong. Sporting Ace strong. Top Target strong. That leaves the newest one for a reverse gamble. Mr. Van Gogh, 1 point off my method for a reverse gamble. I'm not accepting that there's 3 strongly backed horses in this race, so I go with the odd one out, which is I call it the market balancer. Now, I've been studying these markets 8 hours a day for 27 years now to develop the system that I still haven't managed to get the effort to run as a business. I did have a following of 5,000 people on Facebook, but they only came in because I was working for free. I'm not going to do that anymore. I've got several opportunities and options on which way to go with this, and I don't fancy putting myself into a full-time position because some people can only get on during the day, some at night, some at weekends. So that leaves me, the only person that can execute this method, to be working full time, 24 hours a day. And I need some benefit from it. So I've decided to give it a trial. Do some Facebook marketing, reach out to 100,000 people, and let's see what they think of this. I'll give them a whole week of my energies free trial, an option to make money and take it, or an option to reward me for my efforts and carry on making money. See how this race goes.
Give us a bit of a run from the money chance, so he'll definitely go from the front.
Okay, Chancellor then for John over at Stratford. That race coming up shortly. They have jumped the first flight at Uttoxeter. They're often racing there. I'll just see if we've got you the Kempton result in on that 240. Indeed, we have. Number 3, Bear Force 1 was the winner there at 16 to 1. Beat Million Thanks at 16 to 5 favourite, and 12 Stockpile at 28 to 1. And all 12 ran. They've jumped 2 flights at Uttoxeter. Nothing has happened really, and they've got 2 circuits ahead of them. Here's Stephen.
Grade 2 Prestige there, a little bit much last time out when he pulled up, and he bowls along in front. So in second, Sporting Ace. There's a length and a half to Top Target, who's towards the inside. The newest one between horses, and Mexico out 3 deep of those. And that leaves Good Friday Fairy at the back of the field as they approach the next flight, which is the first one down the back of the 2 on this part of the course. So Mr. Vango jumping well. Good Friday Fairy wasn't very fluent at the rear of the field there under Ben Jones, and he did fall in both of his 2 starts over jumps in Ireland in the point-to-point field before finishing 9th in a bumper on his first run for Ben Clark at Chepstow a couple of weeks ago. Going on towards flight number 4, Mr. Vango pops over from Sporting Ace in second position under Jack Quinlan. He's been in the first 3 in his last 6 starts, Sporting Ace, since he won at Warwick back in May of last year. Mexico towards the outside, and then Top Target back on the inner in those blue and pink colours, being tracked by Good Friday Fairy and the newest one, who has managed to win over fences. His only career win actually was over fences, but he was runner-up the last twice back over these smaller obstacles, and of course half-brother to the new one who won 20 of his 40 career starts for these connections. Turning out of the back straight, coming inside the final 2 miles, a third of their journey completed, and on the approach towards flight number 5. Mr. Vango leading by a length and a half to Sporting Ace. Mexico away to the left will jump in a share of third with Top Target, who's back down on the inner. The newest one and Good Friday Fairy continuing in behind them as they're on the run down towards flight number 6 and going through their point of departure. Middle of the 3 in the home straight. The last hurdle's quite close to the finish this afternoon here at Uttoxeter. Just a short running of about half a furlong, which will be next time round. Over that one, Mexico didn't jump that very well on the outside, hit it halfway up, but didn't seem to lose any momentum or ground as they now move on towards the 7th. And Mr. Vango from Sporting Ace, Mexico on the outside of Top Target as they jump that flight, and next time they will jump that as the final hurdle. So heading out into the country, a circuit left to go, and the 4 horses who've won over hurdles before filling the first 4 places at the moment with little change in the order. Mr. Vango, Sporting Ace, Top Target and Mexico. Mexico ridden by Kieron Gethings for Stuart Edmonds. They teamed up to win this corresponding event 12 months ago with Arizona Cardinal. And then the newest one and Good Friday Fairy still out the back. But the field only covered by around 4 lengths as they jump the first on the far side. And they now move on towards the 9th, which will be 4 from home. Sam Twiston Davies maybe just shaking the reins briefly at the newest one for a few strides after that hurdle, as Mr. Vango has been joined by Sporting Ace in the centre and Mexico. So almost 3 in a line there, jumping the last one on the far side. There's a length and a half to Top Target, who is under pressure now. Good Friday Fair is back on the inner in 5th and has just about relegated the newest one to be last of all. So they go downhill and towards the turn out of the back straight. They've got 3 hurdles left to go. Mr. Vango's always been prominent. Sporting Ace is being bumped along under Jack Quinlan in the centre, and Mexico, moving up really strongly, has now gone into the lead. Mexico takes it up then as they turn out of the back straight, racing out towards the middle of the course. Mr. Vango's now shaken up for the first time. Sporting Ace still being ridden. 3 lengths to Top Target in 4th, who's also being asked for a bit more. The newest one is just about in touch, but it looks hard work for him, clear of Good Friday Ferry at the rear of the field. Here is the 3rd from home. Mexico jumps it by about 2.5 lengths to Mr. Vango, and he's moving really powerfully on the run down towards the second last. He's skipping away. It's Mexico going on from Mr. Vango. Sporting Ace in behind those all very tired in behind, up and down on the spot further back for the newest one, who's just plugging on a little bit, then Top Target. Here is 2 from home. Mexico in the colours of the High Kites clear, and he's over it with a lead of around 10, maybe 12 lengths. Sporting Ace, Mr. Vango, and the newest one all fighting out the minor honours. Good Friday Ferry has been pulled up, but Mexico has one danger, and that is the final flight. Mexico at the last, and pops over it clear. Mexico's not come off the bridle this afternoon. He's gone down in grade, up in trip, and he's back in the winner's enclosure for Stuart Edmonds and Kieran Gethings. Mexico an easy winner. Sporting Ace kept on gamely for 2nd from the newest one. Mr. Vango and Top Target pulled up before the last.
Yeah, well done to Lucy. Mexico saunters home over at Uttoxeter. They're often racing at Stratford. Chanceux was the pick for John, and he is in front coming to the second fence. Let's go live.
Feel the Pinch and Mitch Bastian and Max Kendrick on Jolly Maker, last of the 5. So they've taken their first 2, and Chanceux under control in the lead. 2 lengths to Fakir in 2nd, with the Grey Falco on that one's outside under Luca Morgan. A little gap of about 3 then to the top weight Feel the Pinch, and Jolly Maker is last of all. So 2 fences in the back straight, and it's a longer run towards the open ditch, which will be fence number 3, and also taken as number 10 next time around. And it's Chanceux that leads Fakir, and the Grey Falco in 3rd place, and then Feel the Pinch and Jolly Maker as they're now about to come into the wings of the ditch. Chanceux, big leap, almost too big, dragged a hind leg through it, but okay, all 5 of them got over that one all right, and now heading down towards the final fence in the back straight, number 4. And Chanceux clear by just over a length to Fakir in 2nd. Jonathan Burke on the lead, the Grey Falco on the outside, coming to the next. And a mistake by Fakir, and he'd slightly inconvenienced Feel the Pinch. Fakir lost a fair bit of ground at that, and Feel the Pinch almost went into the back of him, but he seems all right. Jockey Mitch Bastian removed a set of goggles after that obstacle. Jolly Maker is last of the 5, as Chanceux, representing trainer Alistair Ralph, is leading the Grey Falco, who he used to train, now with Ben Pauling. Colours of the Roaming Roosters as they turn into the home straight and make the run on towards their next. In 3rd position, Fakir on the outside of Feel the Pinch, who won over hurdles at Bangor last weekend. And now back over the bigger obstacles. Jolly Maker at the back as they take what will be the last next time around. They all managed to clear it without mishap. Fakir has drifted back almost to be last of all, but less than 4 or 5 lengths behind the leader Chanceux as they come to the water, taken once and once only in this Laurie Cole big birthday celebration handicap chase. Chanceux to the Grey Falco. These are the first 2. They're well bunched now. Jolly Maker in the sheepskin noseband on the inside of Feel the Pinch, and Fakir a bit closer again on the outside as they run to the 7th. The fence at the end of the home straight. Chanceux takes it a length in front of the Grey Falco. It was a little bit ungainly over that obstacle, but didn't lose any ground. Fakir is on the outside. So these three separated by a length now. Jolly Maker and Feel the Pinch just in behind. They've come to the end of their first circuit.
And that result in from Utoxeter, the 2:45. First, number 1, Mexico, the 11-4 favourite. At second, at number 3, Sporting Ace, at 3-1, and all 6 ran.
In second place. Then the Grey Falco. And then Jolly Maker and Feel the Pinch in between the two fences on the side. Chancer, the grey jacket on the inside of Fakir. Not much to choose between them there. The Grey Falco, Jolly Maker, and Max Kendrick and Mitch Bastian and Feel the Pinch in 5th place as they're about to enter the back straight. And the 5 runners separated by at the very most 4 lengths, first to last. Chancer by half a length to Fakir in 2nd place. Jonathan Burke and Tom Bellamy with the Grey Falco in behind. Feel the Pinch is travelling strongly on their heels, and Jolly Maker is still there as well. So starting to get racing here. And Chancer in front, a well-grouped quintet. Fakir in 2nd. The Grey Falco only heads and necks in it between the rest of them here as they come to this open ditch. Chancer, Feel the Pinch is now right in the thick of the action and has gone into 2nd place, poised to challenge the leader. Jolly Maker's gone 3rd, the Grey Falco in 4th. Fakir has beaten a fairly hasty retreat and is well behind the other 4 now as they head to the 2nd last. Chancer with Feel the Pinch, who is up in distance today. Chancer to Feel the Pinch. Jolly Maker is in 3rd position. The Grey Falco is driven in 4th place and losing ground on the front 3. So Chancer with Feel the Pinch on the outside, both held together at the moment. Chancer on the inner, on the outside is Feel the Pinch. Jolly Maker is just about close enough, if good enough, in 3rd place, just being nudged along now as they turn for home. Chancer and Feel the Pinch, who's now being driven the near side to try and assert as they head towards the 12th and final fence. Chancer looking to turn away Feel the Pinch. Jolly Maker still just about close enough as they come to the last. Chancer, he got in a little bit close. Jolly Maker now chasing. Feel the Pinch hasn't got home. It is Chancer in front. Jolly Maker and Max Kendrick sprinting home. He's won here before, Jolly Maker, and he's got to the front from Chancer, and Max Kendrick has delivered Jolly Maker quite beautifully to win. 2nd home, Chancer, turn up in the 2nd race. In 3rd was Feel the Pinch, and the other 2 pulled up.
Yeah, another close finish over at Stratford, and once again, John, rather agonisingly, if you were on the runner-up, because it looked like Chancer was home, only for Jolly Maker to come and mug him.
Yeah, and that's the first 2.
We are outside the City Hall. Sorry. Yes, we are outside the City Hall in Belfast City Centre. So we're going to go in there. We're just going to have a look round. We're with the legend, the man himself, CJ Audits. What a matches.
So guys, yeah, 3 o'clock at Doncaster. I've got a signal for a gold gamble, and I've got 3 strong ones, so just quickly run you through it. Asjad strong, fast response, a gold each way gamble for me. Kings Lynn strong, El Caballero, El Caballo shows nothing. Heraz is strong. Now these, because of the 2 non-runners, a lot of these are just market adjustments. Fast response is now no longer a gold each way gamble. Have I got time to pull it out? I'll leave it in. And Comanche Falls is a reverse gamble signal for me, so yeah, 2 or 3 that might get in that are signaling strong before the 2 main, well, 1 main signal now. The fast response has gone off signal. Let's just double check that with Daddy Markets. Yeah, but it has been a signal, so we can leave it in. It's no problem. Jolly Maker. An outsider. Have I missed an outsider? Yeah, Jolly Maker was a, I don't know, well, that was always a reverse gamble. Oh, because I was looking at the gold gambles only on that race. Yeah, Jolly Maker, we should have had that. There's always a mistake I make on a big one. Missing a big one. They're too important, really should. But I haven't got time today to study these, keep with these markets right to the end. I've got other things to do today, unfortunately. That's quite a big mistake. I could have been on that. It is a reverse gamble signal, that one. Shame that. And it makes sense with the heavy ground, with the outsiders coming in with a change of ground. This is what happens, and this is why you really got to be damn hot on following this market right to the off. On change of grounds. This is when the big opportunities come, and it can be like this all day long with catching these. I call them reverse gamble. They're not always outsiders, but that's what I named that particular thing to, so my brain knows what it's talking about, and they're in some kind of order.
Do you want an organised police car? There's no blue lights on this. We've got the blue here, that's pulling up. We've got an Northern Irish police car, PSI. Police service, Northern Ireland. What around here? What's going on? The vehicle is closed. It's nice talking to CJ. You're sorted. I was talking to CJ about J-Ball. What's her name? One more thing. Right, so basically, guys, we are live on YouTube. So if anything happens, if any cameras get confiscated, this is live on YouTube. CJ is our friend. Me and going over a tourist on holiday, we come to see our friend, and I was getting accosted by 16224, and it's requesting details to take his residence. Wow. Wait. He'll give you his details, his address. You don't have to arrest him. We're tourists. He's a friend here. You don't touch upon that. It's not you idiot. Give me a camera. Mate, you're live on YouTube. You're live on YouTube. You're live on YouTube. Be very careful what you do. Be very careful what you do. I've got 22,000 subscribers, guys. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, you're live on YouTube. Be very careful what you do. I've already told you, we're tourists and these are friends. You try to ascertain his details for no lawful purpose. Now you try to use cable. Absolutely disgusting behaviour for police service Northern Ireland. What the hell is going on?
We have the SPs in at Stratford. That second race there, another JP McManus owned winner, and it was number 6 Jolly Maker at 25-1, beating Sean Sir, the 15-8 favourite, into second place. Non-runners there were numbers 4 and 7, and 5 ran. As I say, the result from Doncaster about to come through. Number 11 Vardream at 9-1 beats 10 Fast Response at 6-1, and 3 Eras at 9-2 was in third. Non-runners there 7 and 9, and 10 ran, and yeah, very well strung out there, Lucy.
It's not the Garda League. It's not the Garda League. It's the PSI, mate. Police Service Northern Ireland.
So we're well ahead in profits. We can absorb these couple of losses today. Next race is 3:15 at Kempton, it's telling me. Just make sure it's not skipping past any. There's no Irish races today, which is strange, on a Saturday. Okay. So I'm going to come back shortly and come up with a selection for this race.
This is £5 there before we need to do anything else, before the books even go on there. Get it all shared, guys, get it right. Can you identify yourself, please? Can you identify yourself, please? Yes? Because I'm asking you, you've done it, sir. Can you identify yourself? Yes, sir. Which one the way first? So why is it that way? But you don't know that, do you? How do you know what this is? So this is no one who's from you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, it does. Most great. Fine, so you've got 5 for. Complaints are going in about every single wheel. 13589, 2625, and I've got that big ass one. Complaints going in about every single wheel. We'll look after you, mate, don't worry. We'll look after you.
That's one delivery out of the way. Right, yeah, I mean, I feel terrible for, but it just happens so often. As long as I'm still making a profit and missing the big ones, the boosters. So I'm not going to go for this one because it's a favourite and it's signalled for the fix. So Aztec Empire is the win bet at 3:15 at Kempton. So I'll come back the race after this because I'm not interested in opposing that favourite at that price.
Right, so you just heard that. Guys, you just heard it for yourself. Get on the path or the rest of it and jaywalking. But he couldn't tell me what section of the law it was. He just said jaywalking.
A little bit of money for Sleeping Lion there. Looks nice on the form. Cost distance winner. But I mean, they're all cost distance winners. The ground's changed. Even all weather that's supposed to be there.
This is Northern Ireland. This is your local constabulary acting like absolute tyrants. You're arresting a man for filming, for walking around with a camera. This is what these tyrants want.
Right, we'll be back soon.
Dragging you all down.
So guys, I've just been doing a bit of business and so I've missed all these and just gonna back check on that market to see if I've missed any that I would have had. 335 at Doncaster, migration 18-1 winner. Was it in the method? It's typical that it would be, but it isn't. Majestic at 25s was a reverse gamble, so we would have caught 5-1 on that 4th place at Doncaster. Well, the last one we entered was at 320 Utoxeter, Marsh Wren. We got that in. That one. $3.15 Kempton, Bendolini. See if we would have had that. No, that's not in the method. $3.27 Stratford. Let's see if we would have had that. Yeah, that's that one there. $3.25 at Stratford's a gold gamble landed. we would have definitely been on that one. Then we're around favourites, just looking for their higher prices. 402 Stratford. Let's just plug in the mouse, see if we can move around a little bit quicker. It's really annoying, this trackpad on this computer is just ridiculous. So, Tiny Tantrum was a gold gamble landed. So this is what happens when I get taken away and distracted, and unfortunately I'm having to run my other business. 410 at Doncaster, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8 points. We don't know how many we have to cover to get those 8 points though. I'm not looking into that just now. Astral Bow, Bew at 9 to 1, another gamble landed, so that would have been, that's definitely a gold gamble. So that's 10, 15, 17 points there in gold gambles missed. I would have made more from this business if I stuck with this than the other business. I should have told the people to wait. We wouldn't have got Dora Penny. 430 Utoxeter. And then we'll finish off with the last few races. And we'll do the night meeting as well, I think, on a separate video. 430 Tip Top Mountain. We wouldn't have had that, I don't think, unless it was a code 3. No, so let's move on to the next race. 4:45 at Doncaster. I've got 2 minutes to read this, so I'll probably miss the input, but I'll be able to speak it through. TV's annoying. And I don't know where the remote is for that either. Bloody hell. What's going on here? Right, okay, so Doncaster. Astrodome is a reverse gambled fix. So that's got to go in. Doncaster 4:45. Astrodome each way. I might be able to get them in quickly. Comic Soul is a strong fix. Did I say Comic Soul? No, I didn't. Sea Houses is a strong fix. So make sure I get the fixes in at this time of day. Then look for any gambles. Ryball strong. Roast is strong. Astrodome reverse gamble. Sea Houses gamble fix. Cosmic Soul strong. Right, there's got to be a reverse gamble in here. Wintercrack week. That's a good sign that there's a reverse gamble. The reverse gamble is Paddy the Squire. That's one of them. And I've missed that, so that won't go in. And this is what happens a lot with this. Like I say, 1,000 points have been missed over the last 3 months. So this is why we've turned to YouTube to show. So we would have had Paddy the Squire. That won't go in. One or more selections could not be saved as it's either after the scheduled start time for the race or the section has already been submitted. It's after time. So the two that we got in were the two fixes. A little touch for ski jump as well. Weak signal. So, and the other reverse gamble is kind of weak, Max the Stars. So Paddy the Squire is the one. We can't get in. Let's listen to the race. Hopefully one of the fixers wins. Astrodome or Sea Houses.
So plenty of newcomers in this race. Roost is one who actually has had a couple of goes, as has Rebel. But Astrodome could be interesting. Slightly bigger odds here for Ken, 5-1. They've jumped away at Donny. Here we go.
Right, just dwelt as the stalls open. Carlton wasn't the best into stride either, but early days. This is the Pertemps Network Maiden Stakes over a mile and a quarter. Ski jump with plenty of experience behind him is one of the first to begin. Camerate is right up there as well. And so too Maxi King in the purple jacket. And moving forward is Paddy the Squire on the outside to track Holly Doyle on Rebal, who's come across on the outside draw to assume a good position through the first couple of furlongs. On the inside it's Ski Jump, on the outside is Rebal. Tracking them Camerate on the rail, with Paddy the Squire just in fourth place. Then Maxi King in the purple jacket. Roost is next to the rail. The gold jacket next is Cosmic Soul, who races with Carlton in the Royal Blue of Godolphin. Astrodome, the stable companion, green and yellow chevrons. Just ahead there of Sea Houses in the light green starred cap. And then at the back of the field, Max of Stars just bringing up the rear with Winter Crack ahead of him. Continue their way over on the far side of the racecourse. Quite a while before they get back into view to the grandstands. In fact, they're emerging now in the mist with 5 furlongs left to go here. Halfway point in this maiden stakes. Striding out with a good bit of purpose is Ski Jump. Now I think they're going to come down the middle here by the looks of things, and leads just by about a length or so to Rebal, who's poised in second place. Just shaken up there is Paddy the Squire in the white starred cap. Travelling well, Roost, the red and white colours. On the inside, Camerate angling for a run. Carlton getting closer. So too Sea House in the light green jacket. Maxi King coming there as well on the bridle, purple colours. Cosmic Soul on the outside being driven. And from the back, near side, Astrodome is picking up quite stylishly with a quarter of a mile left to go, though. It's Rebal the leader. But Maxi King is cruising on the outside here. Rebal and Maxi King are kicking clear 2 lengths over Astrodome, who continues to run on. Roost is back in fourth place. Carlton is leaving it very late, having run very green. They're inside the final furlong. Maxi King pulling out a bit more here for Kevin Stott. And experience counts today. Maxi King loves the conditions, as it turns out, and wins for Amo Racing and Dominic French Davis. Rebal second, then Astrodome. Carlton finished off well, close behind there with Camerate.
Yeah, probably not a bad race, that. And
so after being away from the computer, missed 3 essential big gambles landed there, gold bets. We come back and we lose 1 point. We just get the return money back for Astrodome. But Maxi King was one of the strong ones of 3 or 4 in there. So that would have been a good profit. But we're not putting the strong market ones in today, so it's a shame. Missed that reverse gamble earlier at 25-1 and missed big gambles and the fix at 4-1. I've just noticed. So the fixes have been coming in as well, and that's not very good, is it? 5 o'clock at Kempton then, last race at Kempton. There's 2 fixes here, but they don't. One signal's only weak against a strong, solid favourite. Now it's strong. Ludaberry's weak. Jensen Benson, Lizzie Jean. Open champion. Candy Shack. There's a reverse gamble potential. And Destiny Queen is a weak reverse gamble. So I'll keep putting in the reverse gambles because the first race came in, so some days they're not switched on. It's kind of it's hard to explain, but I don't want to teach my methods anyway. Obviously, you're just interested in the amount of profit and wins. So yeah, unfortunately I can't prove that they would have been system bets. A good, a good 15 points easy ahead in the last hour. So plenty of time for the Kempton race. What else we got tonight? Still got 3 or 4 back end, but we've missed some great ones. Midday handicaps, that's where the opportunities lie for the bigger prices. Right, it starts going maidens towards the back of racing, maybe. And that's with Ireland though. We'll see, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And there's only Chelmsford tonight, but Chelmsford all-weather is easy pickings. Right, Kempton, 5 o'clock. I'll just set it up. I'll set it up now. Bizarre Law each way for one of the fixers, but the one I think has a better chance is this fix. Simply Sandime. So I'm going to put the reverse gamble in as well, haven't I? Just to protect. Caddyshack. Dee 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 dee. No, let's leave it all. Let's leave it all level. We're ahead anyway, but we could have been ahead a hell of a lot more today. Saturday, after all, is when the money's down. It's a little bit more accurate and truer. We've just seen one there win from. It's strong in the market, but that was amongst 4. And all the gambles are arranged for a Saturday as well. But they do happen, just all the time. But that's 3 good ones, and 2 fixers came in, 4-1 and a 2-1. Right, guys, I'll be back closer to the off for a reread of the last shows, which is most important. So that'll give us more information. But yeah, it's going to be tough to beat this favourite, I think. But every favourite is signalled, so that's why we're back against them. Although we put one in today, and the bloody reverse gamble beat both the fix and the gold gamble each way. So there it goes. There's always a mistake or two, but these mistakes can be avoided if I just had an app that could even auto bet for people. That's going to cost £9,000, and I'm not willing to invest that just for people if people don't turn up and take it seriously. I mean, I could sell the app for quite a lot of money, but then somebody would decode it, and that'd be it for me, wouldn't it? So I have to retain the majority shares in this. 27 years, 8 hours a day, hard work. Hopefully you're starting to see the power of it, but once I give you a full clear day, then you will see the power of it. Dora Penny was a fix. Yeah, so back in a few minutes.
Laura Sheen Murphy a length off the leader, running in second. Then David Egan, yellow and black stripes on the favourite. Chantico runs in third. Mauve Jacket for William Buick on Simply Sondheim, green and yellow colours. Both of them ex-pairing green and yellow. Open Champion and Jack Mitchell just ahead of Destiny Queen and Pat Cosgrave. Behind these is Candy Shack. It's a blue and yellow jacket for Danny Muscat as they move down to the halfway stage. Behind these, Joanna Mason on Jensen Benson is around the outside of Uda Berry. In the black and yellow is Richard Kingscote. Down to the end of the back straight. Lizzie Jean in front. Bizarre Law close up in second position. Chantico right against the running rail behind those. Then Simply Sondheim moves along nicely in fourth. Behind these, Open Champion is 3 parts of a length ahead of Destiny Queen. They've a half mile to go. On the right, the noseband of Jensen Benson making progress up round the outside. They're followed by Candy Shack and then Uda Berry at the rear of the field. The home turn coming up. They're about to level up for home. And it's still Lizzie Jean. From Bizarre Law, just called on for a bit more in second. Chantico is tucked away towards the left there. Yellow and black jacket. Now a big move. Destiny Queen down the centre, storming through. Simply Sondheim behind these. Open Champion is next, and then Uda Berry. They approach the last furlong. It's Bizarre Law in front. 2 in second position is Lizzie Jean. Uda Berry coming. Simply Sondheim coming. Chantico struggling against the running rail. Towards the line now. And Simply Sondheim coming through with Uda Berry. Simply Sondheim to Uda Berry. And then came in third position Bizarre Law from Chantico in fourth.
Yeah, William Buick gets a nice run through there on Simply.
Yeah, so that's the fix that I thought would do it. Simply Sondheim. Julie landed that one. Let's move on quickly. So we got a win and money back on the third there. The reverse gamble didn't come, so I'm just going to do this one quickly. This is a reverse gamble fix. The market can't really be read because the 2 no runners really affecting that market, so I'll just leave it at the fix.
The place on top tier, yeah, and they wanted to verify. Okay. Alright. Here. Alright. Cool. Confirm what we know now until we talk to the RP. So, reporting ready. Okay. Well, that's because we're not on the film. So, alright. But Jacob wanted me to let you know that if you try to come back there and get a job, you won't be happy. Okay? So, since it's your first offense going to jail, right? Good. So, you have gone from Tennessee police. I don't usually, I shouldn't be in jail. I should be on, it's all up to the judge on that. And whether or not you have the ability to bond out financially once in a while, possibly. Depends on if you bond out. Once you get in and get booked in, there will be a bond amount that will be set. And then if you can bond out with the bondsman or whatever, they'll have to get with the bondsman here, make a payment to the bondsman, and the bondsman will copy it. Once we don't place a hold on for investigative purposes. Okay, well now with the car, I mean there's nothing police that are so well, that's fine. side. Okay. Alright. Got it. I'll take this. I'll get his property. Was there anything prior to me getting here that
I just got experience everything together.
nothing, you know, I think I'm good. I'm not gonna have people call me when I don't even live in the damn state. Okay. So piss me off. You're a deputy sheriff? I work at the sheriff's office. Okay. Were you a corrections officer at the sheriff's office? Okay. Why do you wear a vest outside the facility? Is this a vehicle or is this your personal vehicle? This is my vehicle. Okay. It's just a little odd because whenever I worked in the jail, I took my crap off, especially if I was taking a long time in Tennessee. I can tell you guys the same thing. I've so many times in Tennessee and Arkansas. Right. They know I've told you. Yeah, that might be true, but it's just one of the before too wearing this stuff. I mean, like, every time I come up here, I mean, like, they don't, all they say is, this is all I never see it. I was right. Well, I mean, like, well, guess what? Yeah. I like wearing it. Just like in Tennessee, I got pulled up for it. Guess what? Yeah, I'm not saying it's against the law or anything. It's just, and I think the dad that took me sitting right here for it, and they're like, and I get yelled at for them, like, well, it's kind of weird that you got your helmet. You got any kind of employment identification? Dude, they don't do that. Really? You don't have like an access card or an ID badge or anything from the facility that you work in? I don't. Thank you.
Travelled most fluently throughout, and he's at the back of the field. But they're all still in touch, and they're going down towards flight number 8. It was 3 last time, it's 8 this time, and it's 5 from home. And Carlo Farmer will move on towards the 9th, still showing in front, and leading from Turning Gold. Get a Weapon 3rd, Braze Alco 4, Had to Be Hugo's gone 5th now as On We Go has just lost a little bit of ground and has dropped 3 or 4 lengths off the other 5 as they take that one, and she was a little bit slow over at the back On We Go, and he's struggling to stay on terms with the others. So Carlo Farmer pressing on down the hill, Get a Weapon to the outside of Turning Gold 2 and 3, Had to Be Hugo in 4th, Braze Alco just being ridden along a little more firmly and consistently now, but still in touch, and On We Go is a long way behind as they race into the far corner with 6 furlongs left to run and 3 flights left to jump in the penultimate race of the day. And it's Carlo Farmer who's made all of the running to this point. His only previous win was over this course and distance on New Year's Eve of 2021, and he's looking to make all by 2.5 lengths. Get a Weapon moving up on the outside, Turning Gold. Braze Alco's making hard work of it, and so too is Had to Be Hugo. Pulled up On We Go at the rear of the field. Carlo Farmer led by 1.5 lengths. Braze Alco didn't get very high behind, and they now race on down towards the second last, and Carlo Farmer has got challengers on both sides. Turning Gold away to the right for Jordan Naylor. Get a Weapon and Had to Be Hugo. They've dashed away from Braze Alco, who's last of the 5, and they're coming towards 2 from home, and they haven't got to Carlo Farmer. Carlo Farmer lands by 1.5 lengths to Turning Gold. Had to be Hugo. Connor O'Farrell not giving up, trying to reel in this leader. Get a Weapon and clear of Braze Elko. They've got one flight left to jump, and Carlo Farmer still there, still being ridden along by Harry Ree, but he's finding Get a Weapon the far side. Had to be Hugo the near side. Carlo Farmer by a length, but had to be Hugo. Produced on the run-in, but Carlo Farmer finds more. Carlo Farmer beat Had to be Hugo, Get a Weapon, and Turning Gold with Braze Elko pulled up before the last.
Yeah, good finish over at Uttoxeter. Carlo Farmer just idling a little bit on the run-in, but holds off Had to be Hugo.
Yeah, third race were a strong signal as well. There's been more while I've been away, but 3 that I've seen were strong signals that have won. Nothing for potential reverse gamble fix there. That market's a little bit. We're on a National Hunt flat, so yeah. So the gold gamble of the race is Lord of Thunder, but there are 2 fixes here, which I prefer Mount Etna because the stronger of the 2 fix horses here. I think they'll all be up there challenging from the first 3 in the market, to be honest with you. I can't see a reverse gamble coming in here, and it's getting less of a reverse gamble. If it was a handicap, I'd be really interested in Broccamo, but it's another one that just got to cover, just in case. And so that, unfortunately, not. Hopefully we'll get a 1, 2, 3 out of these. Lord of Thunder, Bantier and Mount Etna. Lord of Thunder being the gamble of the race, but should just place behind one of these fixed, what I call a fixed race.
And with thanks, we go and join David Fitzgerald.
And they're off in the Hilda Peak Happy Birthday 9th of April Open National Hunt Flat Race. Extended 2 miles, 2 miles 1 and 72 yards with the extra distance. And Mount Etna has veered left and is not really wanting to take any meaningful part. And Mount Etna has given the others a huge head start in the early stages here. Bantier is prominent in company with Titan Discovery, the best turned out winner, and Mount Etna's not running on at all, is a long way behind the others and is out of this, as the others are coming up and over the mound. Titan Discovery and Bantier, the first 2 to show, with Lord of Thunder in behind, just running a little bit keen. The blue and white on the outer of Western in the Park. Wider still is Brocano. The red and white checks of Connolly. Harry Gulliver in the blue, and the back marker is My Monty. So 8 of them about to take the turn into the home straight, and it is Titan Discovery that leads under Mitch Bastian. To in second position, Bantier. On the outer is Brocano. Western in the Park is a close 4th and being followed by Lord of Thunder and Brendan Powell. The next 2 are Connolly and Harry Gulliver, and the back marker is My Monty under Toby Wynn as they turn into the home straight and continue towards us. Bantier on the outside of Titan Discovery with Brocano next in the field, and on the inside is Western in the Park. Lord of Thunder is next. They're followed by Connolly and Harry Gulliver, and My Monty is just being chased along at the back. So they've got 1 more circuit in front of them in the Hilda Peak Happy Birthday 9th of April Open National Hunt Flat Race, and it's Titan Discovery and Bantier, the 2 that are disputing, with Brocano on the outside under Lee Edwards. They're followed by Western in the Park and Lord of Thunder. Connolly out wide are the red and white checks of Siders and Burks, and on the inside of that one is Harry Gulliver and Keelan Woods, and My Monty just nipping up the inside of those as they've completed the home straight onto the side, running away from us. And Bantier, who found 1 too good at Exeter first time up, just leaning slightly to the left on the outside of Titan Discovery. They are fairly well grouped with Lord of Thunder just in behind. Brocano out wider. Weston in the park and Bradley Harris on the inside. And they're followed by Harry Gulliver. My Monty Connolly has come off the bridle and is being chased along as they're now about to enter the back straight and come to the end of their first circuit. Harry Gulliver also getting a squeeze as they now enter the far side. We had that bit of drama very early in the race. Titan Discovery leading Bantier. These are the first two. Weston in the park. Brocano out wider. Then Lord of Thunder in 5th place. A couple of lengths then to My Monty. The pushed along Harry Gulliver, and Connolly is struggling as they continue on the far side of the course. Just going around where the first hurdle would be, and it's Titan Discovery still heading towards the mound, sharing the lead with Bantier. And these are then being followed by Weston in the park with Lord of Thunder close enough to mount a challenge. Brocano is out wider, and then My Monty trying to stick with them, and they are clear of Harry Gulliver as they are now running towards the home turn here. And on the inside it is Titan Discovery and Mitch Bastian. Bantier is being driven along. Weston in the park is held together. So too is Lord of Thunder waiting to be played. My Monty trying his best in 5th place, and they are dropping Brocano now as they're about to turn for home, and it's Titan Discovery that has the advantage here, but Weston in the park is on him in a flash. Lord of Thunder out wider. My Monty is in 4th place. Bantier struggling to get home, so they turn in, and Weston in the park has come through to take up the running here from Titan Discovery in 2nd. It's hard work for these young horses as they head towards the last furlong. Weston in the park with the lead to Titan Discovery. Lord of Thunder hasn't picked up in 3rd, then My Monty in 4th place, but it's Weston in the park doing comfortably the best here, is 5 lengths in front of Titan Discovery in 2nd, and Weston in the park is going to go one better than he did first time up at Huntingdon, and Weston in the park wins the bumper. Titan Discovery 2nd, Lord of Thunder came home 3rd, and My Monty in 4th.
Yeah, that's how they finished in the final event over at Stratford today.
Poor, that one. Poor. No, 3 potential reverse gambles here. Is it a handicap? It is.
Okay. So did you get out of your car or something here in the parking lot? Yeah, I got out of the car. Yeah, he looked at me. That's all I did. I never said anything like he looked at me. I'm like, no, just walk. That's it. I just walk. That's all I did. You were just in the driveway and he was just looking at you? I got up outside. He looked at me. And then I was looking at me. That's all right. And you don't have a gun with you or anything like that? I can search the car? Is that what you said? Yes. I was just asking if you had a gun on you. No, I said no. I can search the car. You don't mind if I search the car? Okay, cool. Step on out if you don't mind.
Soft conditions, and he has got to sort of bounce back from that disappointing run at the back end of last season when he was well beaten over the course and distance. But if you ignore that run, then he probably is the right favourite. Luna Jet in stall 1. I mean, you've got 1 mile 2 furlongs, so shouldn't be too much of a negative. He's interesting. He was 9th in the November handicap last season. He's run over hurdles recently, so should be fit enough. And the other horse I would mention would probably be Glory and Honour. And if I was having a bet, I thought he'd be interesting at an each way sort of price. Be given the application of the first time visor. And he won twice on the turf last season in good fashion. And again, he's been running over hurdles recently, so should be fit enough for this assignment.
Okay, and John?
Yeah, I'll probably be with the one that Lucy just mentioned at the end there, Glory and Honour, given the horse has won over 1.5 miles last season. That was on soft ground at Catterick as well, so stamina should not be a problem. It's fit from having a few runs over hurdles. So yeah, that just about gets the nod from myself. Glory and honour to win this one.
Okay, 8-1 then, Glory and Honour, but Oldbourne it is at the head of the market at 11-4. Those runners are about to head behind. We are at post time, but the loading hasn't yet begun. Are you sticking around for the finale, Ken?
Hey, if I could do this one, Gareth, I'll stay for the second division, yeah.
And are you anywhere tomorrow? Are you back here? Are you at Ascot?
I'm back here.
You're back here?
I'm just staying down the road. Yeah, I'm still staying down the road, so yeah, I'm back here for tomorrow.
We were just saying, Ken, they've done away with the Doncaster Shield. That used to be the feature race on the Sunday. What's all that about?
Yes, a couple of the people, the locals have been moaning to me about it. Yeah, they're not happy about it, Gaff. I don't know what the thinking. I don't know if they've moved it to another meeting or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, that's a bit of a that's not great because it was a good feature on the card on the Sunday.
Yeah, it was, and conditions likely to be probably even worse, Ken, tomorrow. Given if it turns gluey with it properly opened up today, and we've got some big fields scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah, a bit of rain would help. I must admit, if you get a bit of rain overnight, it would just help them to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, indeed. But I mean, other the conditions, Cam, has it generally been a good day? There has been a sort of positive vibe. A lot of people obviously look forward to the flat from a long way out.
Yeah, definitely good people, attendance, mainly people who are race goers. So it was good. No, good vibe around the place, and people are all talking about they've got the best bunch of 2-year-olds, I've got the best bunch of horses. But you know what it's like, Gareth. Yeah. That bubble soon bursts after about 2 weeks in, so you kind of realise that your geese are not geese, they're not even swans.
Exactly, yeah, and we were just touching on the fact, that sort of following this meeting, it happens every year, but there is a bit of a lull now, isn't there, in the turf flat, because there's nothing all that significant, perhaps, until the Craven meeting.
Well, what they should have done was have this meeting just a week, the Saturday before the Craven, and it would just go seamlessly straight into the Craven. But that's thinking, Gareth, and racing doesn't think.
Well put. They're heading behind then finally over at Doncaster. Not too sure what the hold-up was, but yeah, that's great. Come on, we'll speak to you ahead of the 5-year-old Ben Barrett. Well, he's going to be taking my place in a few minutes, but we'll speak to you ahead of the last.
Cheers, thanks, Gareth. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
That's Ken live from Doncaster. Oldbourne then, his fancy in this final, but it was very tentative. He didn't have a strong fancy necessarily. As the final 4 or 5 going. Glory and Honour was for John and Lucy, which was one you put up.
And Glory and Honour as well. I think he's quite a nice each-way price. For this race.
Yeah, Glory and Honour 15-2. He has been backed actually in from 9-1. He's got that visor on for the first time, and these colours would be probably some of the most prolific in terms of winners numerically on the flat. They're doing incredibly well, aren't they? The team in those black and orange silks. We're just about set to go then. Penultimate race at Donning.
And away they go. First division of this Pertemps Network Apprentice Handicap is underway. Glory and Honour is going to be dropped in by the looks of things, just tracking the field by 2 or 3 lengths. In fact, a little bit slowly away, to be honest. Another one that's dropped in is Mrs. Meader. They're racing over 1.25 miles over on the far side of the racecourse here. McAley, I think, is the first to begin. He is, and Crafter is right there on the premises as well, the blue and yellow colours. Just tracking them is Menelaus in the sheepskin noseband with Oldbourne's red jacket racing behind them. Crafter taking a fierce hold for Billy Loughnane on the inside. He's just trying to get him to relax a bit. Luna Jet's white face is tracking him, and then straight out of Compton on his outside, followed by the black and green of Ivy Avenue. Then the 2 greys, Don't Look Back on the inside of Zuraig. Mrs. Meader next. And then comes Absolute Ruler, and looking on is Glory and Honour, who's about 8 lengths off the pace as the runners head down the far side of the racecourse here. They'll be coming into view very, very soon. And when they do, they'll be at about the halfway point of the contest. So McAley and Christian Howarth leading from Oldbourne and Kaya Fraser in second. Crafter is next to the rail for Billy, who looks for a double on the day. On the outside, Ivy Avenue, Menelaus is just being driven along now by Callum Hutchinson as the runners turn for home. They've got just over 3.5 furlongs left to cover here. McAley leading, Oldbourne travelling strongly in the red colours. Then on the inside, Mrs. Meader in the pink is making up good ground for Sam Fielden. Luna Jet's white face there with every chance. Extreme right, Don't Look Back, the grey is making some progress as well. And Ivy Avenue, Erica Parkinson, has jumped into the race and takes the leader on here. That's Mrs. Meader in the pink, but Ivy Avenue and Erica Parkinson just ahead. But on the far side, Don't Look Back with a sustained run, and Connor Planis for the Lucinda Russell team as they race towards the final furlong. Don't Look Back is leading here now from Ivy Avenue, with back in third Mrs. Meader and then Luna Jet. And Don't Look Back, who didn't really take to hurdles but is welcoming this return to the flat here, is storming clear in the closing stages. Connor Planis winning on board Don't Look Back, and he wins by about 5 lengths. Very tight between Luna Jet and Ivy Avenue for second. I'll leave that to the judge. And Mrs. Meader took fourth, just ahead there of Glory and Honour, who was running on at the end there with Mac Ailey.
Yeah, Lucinda Russell, she'll be a name that is talked about.
So we got that at 25-1. So some good came out of missing some good gambles. Well, we stuck with the reverse gambles, and the reverse gamble came in and duly paid. So a nice payday after all, but could have at least been double. But unfortunately, I just don't have the time and dedication at the minute, or the incentive right now, to do this, because I've been doing it for many years for free for people, and it wasn't appreciated. So I'll do as much as I can for now, and if we do make a business of it, and there is a calling for it, we will. On the gamble came second, the Luna Jet, the Gold Gamble. We had to get 4 horses in to get that 25-1 winner out of all 3 methods signalling there. I mean, Crafter didn't really signal, and that was the fix. And you know, any fixes that do signal, like any other signal, either a gamble or a reverse gamble, is a good thing. But when they don't signal, mind you, 30% of the time they don't signal and they're above 20-1, and they're going to land a business. Like we won the unbeatable odds-on favourite at the Galway Festival 2 seasons ago, and we beat that in the second race with a 50-1 outsider using the fix method. Fix is very prominent in Ireland and especially in South Africa. 4 tracks in America, very prominent there. But how many winners does it take over the years to prove that there is an actual fix going on with these races? I could just run the code, the fix bets alone. That would cut many other bets out and make a good profit just on that method alone. Equally the reverse gambles, equally the strong bets, and what did I miss out there? That's 3 methods. There's 4 methods in total. All show weekly profit, so there's just, why not play all 4? Some people don't like hedging 4 to 5 horses in a single race to make sure we hit those big reverse gambles. Anyway, you've seen it for yourself just now, and you'll see it much more as long as I keep doing this. So we got a better price at 28-1, so returning over 30-1 for that one. Money back on Luna Jet, 2 lost. I do believe put 4 in. It might have been 5. I'll just check it now. Can't remember. And the video's running, I can't run it back, so so yeah, really good profit for a Saturday. 3 3 big ones missed, so that would have been an extra, over 15 points extra for today. 15 times your money. Mistakes. Just looking to see how many horses I did put in that 420 Doncaster. Anyway, there's another due. Won't be playing the 5:30, I don't think, because okay. I've missed it anyway. I'm just reading this race because we got really late opening shows on this race. I can't speak properly today. It's too much gin last night. Is that Vitralite? Right, so right, potential reverse gamble for Okeanos. Nearly a gold each way gamble for Estillo here. Potential reverse gamble for Butterfly Island. It's a handicap. Yeah, we're best. We don't want to do 3 horses at those prices. But yeah, no surprise if this favourite gets turned over as well. So that's what we're looking to do: turn over all the favourites as much as possible. When the favourites win, we're still going to be trying to. We're on horses that are always trying, and the bookmakers are giving me that information for free. A lot of people don't know how to read these races, especially because it's my invention, the reverse gamble. Nobody else knows this apart from the bookies themselves. They know what they're doing. It's all mathematics. I've only been recording 2 hours. That's pretty short, really. Pretty short day. I'll come back for the 550. Yeah, I'll come back for the 550. Alright, so finally. Oh, so I did put in Butterfly Island and Okeanos each way. Why did I do that? Zureg was in the Don't Look Back race, wasn't it? Yeah. So Crafter and Lunajet, yeah, so 4 horses in that one. 1 gold gamble, 2 reverse gambles, and 1 fix that didn't signal in the market. Right, okay. One quite easy as well, and it's good to know, you know. That's why I check the trainer, Lucinda Russell. She's in flying form. There's a few trainers in form at the minute. There is a way of getting on horses that catch in a stable in form from day one, and as soon as they go out of form, then you'll be signalled to stop backing those horses from that stable. It's very easy, but there's that much disinformation in the industry that keeps you on the wrong path, and it's even convinced the so-called professionals. Anyway, I don't want to go into that today. I'll come back for the 550. Okay guys, let's have a look at the 550 at Doncaster. So there's no potential fix in this race. I'm just looking at the code 3. There's no code 3. There's strong for Lucinda Russell. Oh, that's code 3, sorry. Cross the card code. Is it cross the card code 3? It's cross the card code 3. So I'm going to have to cover Aeon Ali because it's a code 3. I wasn't going to cover any strong ones today. I know 3 strong winners got by, and we did recognise them and mention them on video. I'm just waking up a bit now. So Doncaster 550, Aeon Ali, type of race is it, handicap, that's good. So I'll put it in, should be thereabouts. So Das Capital is also strong currently, before the last shows of course, it can all rapidly change. But most of the time I can read races up front, but if I blink and miss the last shows that used to come actually 5 minutes before a race until the bookmakers got wind of what I was doing and they panicked, and so they've made last shows literally a minute before the off, so I can't fully read a market in that 1 minute. Well, they think I can't, but I can. But it takes a lot for me, a lot of concentration. Simulation theory. Where's simulation theory? Light up our stars. Where's them reverse gambles? Strong money for Zoffany Portrait at the moment, with 2 duck eggs in the form. Now that's strong enough to, as you can see, it's live gambling from 66, 50s, 40s, 35, 30. That's, so is Roman Medium. So is Benardlid. Sorry, I'm struggling. I've got kind of double vision. I'm really struggling to see. I've lost my reading glasses. Yeah. Potential. So with 3 minutes to go to input these. Puppeteer. Zoffany Portrait. I'm going to put in Zoffany Portrait. I don't want a big one to get buyers. I don't see a serious contender in the row. The reverse gamble. They don't want that now. Zoffany Portrait remains weak. For an outsider to have any signal at all worries me. Well, the trainers had bits of wins. I'll leave it in. It's a bet to nothing. We've made plenty of profit to cover it, to make sure. So, yeah, what time is it? 2 minutes to the off. Weak late move for signal for Kalahari Prince. Strongest in the market is the favourite, Aeon Ali, code 3. Yep, that's about it. So if anything pops up, yeah, I'll leave it at that.
go well on his first run for David O'Meara. I thought David O'Meara's runner in the last was a little bit disappointing. So that would be a little bit of a negative for this horse going into this race, but he's not without an each-way chance.
Indeed, they are just milling down at the start now. I think 1 or 2 have begun the loading process. If you are going to be placing any bets ahead of this finale at Doncaster, I'd advise you to get those bets on sooner rather than later. A couple of wins in the history books for Simulation Theory. Again, though, right. In what feels like, well, this is Simulation Theory. I was about to ask you about Simulation Theory and what chance you thought that Simulation Theory might have. I'm guessing the answer is very, very little. Simulation has gone off for a sprint without any kind of jockey or anything going on. We have another loose horse. Simulation Theory is not going to win, loose. Is that right? I've got that one right.
He's obviously been watching the racing at Chelmsford, hasn't he? And decided to do exactly the same thing. He's got loose, and obviously he's probably not going to come under starters orders now, but it was a 3-time winner going into this contest, won last season at Carlisle over a mile, so wouldn't have been without an each way chance, but he's probably going to get no chance now.
No, and obviously we're going to be in for a slight delay here whilst hopefully Simulation Theory is caught and taken off to one side very, very quietly. I can see a very, very frustrated Zach Wheatley just looks quite despondent, giving us the double teapot, hands on hips. He must have thought he had a bit of a chance in this contest. Let's keep going. Let's have a chat down the rest of the field there. I guess this kind of helps in a weird way because...
So, well, they catch this horse and the market's going to continue to develop now, but it would be one of those occasions again where races are late and I will not be able to use the very last shows and get these recorded in time. Now, like I say, you just have to trust me when I say there's 1,000 points gone astray, not recorded on this thing, so it just doesn't work for my method. I mean, the tipsters that come in early morning, yeah, it's okay for them, but I was hoping to prove something. Now I've got to record all races every day, or at least some days, choose the random days. It soon uses up all memory in the computer, and for the life of me I can't sell this computer as cheap as for half the price I paid for a gaming machine. But the problem is its trackpad is too sensitive. If I use the mouse I've got to leave the mouse to put in the figures here, but if I leave the stakes here like this, I can manage now, and that's what I'll do, because every system's making a profit at the end of each week, so I don't have to worry. So every system will play till it makes each individual profit. Of course, one system, say the reverse gambles, can not be switched on one day, and that's when those losing will eat up the profits of the other ones gaining. But overall, if I put enough days in, if I don't jump on as I did the other day on a losing day, turn my head, and the only winner that would have made the bank balance even at the end of the day, I missed. So what can you do? So it shows a loss instead of a profit of what the system actually selected. Now, if I did an automatic app, it would pick out, I would be able to program it, I'm sure, every method apart from the fix. But the fix, see, I can't really say to people this is what you need to look out for the fix, because then I've given my most powerful method away. The one that came to me within the last 2 years of studying the markets, it's now complete. I'm ready to go public. I'll probably get a sniper on me. See if this one's running. So yeah, this race here at the 6 o'clock at Chelmsford, I'm currently signalling strong for Boasty, which is a favourite, and I don't like backing favourites. That's on the win side. The each way against is a gold each way gamble, and it's Liz Dara. So we're going to go for Liz Dara. I'll put it in now. Just remember what we went for in the 550. Aeon Alley and Zoffany Portrait. Oh, is that the one that got... No, that's not the one that got loose. Okay. Right, so we're going for Chelmsford. And then I'll be looking to make a curry in between races tonight, because I'm a tight Yorkshireman. And I'll spend an hour, and I'm a bit picky with food, and I'll spend an hour making my own curry, rather than order one, where I can make one for the same amount that will last 4 days worth of curry, and it's absolutely Moorish. It's so good, it needs putting in a restaurant. I'm not blowing me on trumpet, but you want it for breakfast, dinner, supper, the lot. And it's water based. No tomatoes. So, Liz Dara.
Their mouth, though, well obedient. Not the greatest race, as you can probably guess.
Yeah.
I like the top one, Highlighter.
Okay.
Billy Loughnane riding for Gemma Tutty. Only got three runs to its name. Not a bag type by Australia. I thought that was, for me, was the one I'd side with here, Ben. I thought he was the best of a modest bunch, if I'm being honest.
Ken, can I just ask, because obviously, apologies if you've been asked this question already, but can you just explain just how tough the conditions are, especially underfoot down there today?
Well, it's tough because if you're not fit, as I said all day, if you're not fit, you're not getting home, or you're not gonna run a race, because the biggest key today is you've got to be fit. You've got to be fit to get through the conditions. And as we've seen today, some horses have come there looking like they're going to perform and just basically run out of puff. So yeah, fit horses have been the mainstay of today's racing.
Indeed, it has. It's been tough going, hasn't it? Have you managed to find a couple of winners along the way, Ken?
Yeah, we've not done too bad. We had the first two, so that was a good start, and then it was downhill from there on.
There's always another day. There's always another race. Listen, Ken, I really appreciate your time as always down at Donny for us today. Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate.
No problem. Thanks, everybody, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tom.
Ken.
Always good to have the thoughts of Ken. I just saw the KP pop up on the screen there, and I thought, oh, Ken's down there. That's fantastic. Lucy, we're going to start the loading process in a minute or two for this Doncaster contest. Can you just remind us of the selection, please?
Yeah, it will be Alone Alley, the favourite here from the Lucender Russell Yard. They won Division 1 of this race just before, so Yard are obviously going really well. Doesn't matter whether it's a jumper or a flat runner at the minute from the Lucender Russell team. They're obviously in red hot form. And yeah, this horse has run recently over hurdles, finishing third back in February, so hopefully should be fit enough for this assignment. Second over the course and distance in October of 2021. So the fact that he ran well last time out after such a long layoff, hopefully he can build from that even more. So he'll be the horse here. I was torn between him and Highlighter, so the fact that Ken has put up Highlighter as well, I think it's a good shout, because he has every chance. Lightly raced, only 3 runners, but Billy Loughnane on board, who is in equally just a good form.
Definitely. Let me just run you down the betting once again. There's a bit of support coming for Das Capital, moves into joint second favourite now. Aeon Alley 11-4, Das Capital 100-30, Highlighter 100-30, Kalahari Prince 9-2, and then we jump up to 11-1 shot. Light Up Our Stars, 14s for Benadryl, 18s for Peri Petita, and then 22s for a medium, and Zoffany Portrait 40-40-1 in the betting. Just a bit of a confirmation, if you are just joining us, that Simulation Theory gave Zach Wheatley a bump off and then headed off for home a bit earlier than otherwise required, so has been pulled out of this contest, has made it back to the parade ring of his own fruition, which was handy, to be honest. Just seeing pictures. I'm just keeping half an eye, by the way, on the scenes at Chelmsford as well. They were late at Chelmsford because of a loose horse. Their 5:30 ended up going off about 12 minutes late, so we think that it might be about 10 past again for the 6 o'clock at Chelmsford. If you're getting involved there, you can place your bets. So horses are in the parade ring for that one. All the international action continues over on the main William Hill's betting TV service here on Racing Radio. We've got the runners now beginning their loading process here at Doncaster for the 5:50. We are obviously slightly reduced in field. All the additional markets are available on the website and on the app, linked in your odds, pick your places, match bets, place markets, etc., etc. If you fancy one of these to go and win by a distance, we have seen a few strung out contests here at Donny today. You can do just that. Aon Alley to win by over a length, 9-2, for example. Last one or two going forward, so without further ado, it's to Doncaster for the final time today.
Zoffany Portrait is in. Kalahari Prince will be next. And Kalahari Prince will be behind Highlighter. Highlighter's in. There we go. Thank you, Alex. Safe journey home, everyone. Here we go then for the final time today. And Das Kapital missed the break for the Thames Network Apprentice Handicap Second Division. They've got a mile and a quarter ahead of them here. These 9 runners without Simulation Theory, who got loose and was withdrawn before the start. So early pace coming from Zoffany Portrait. I think he's the one in front, green with a red cap, in the hands of Molly Gunn. Also right up there, Ben Adelaide on the inside, the yellow sleeves, with Light Up Our Stars racing alongside him on the outer. Peripecia, blue and black check jacket, racing together with Highlighter behind the leading 4 runners. On the inside rail is A1 Alley, in the hands then of Connor Planus, the same colours that won the last division. Just taking a little bit of a grip in the early part of the race, just trying to settle in Connor. And then towards the back on the outer, Remedium, red colours, together there with Kalahari Prince and Das Kapital on the rail in the blue colours as they continue their way over on the far side of Town Moor. So still in front is Zoffany Portrait, Molly Gunn leading from Light Up Our Stars and Alicia Whittington. On the rail behind them is Ben Adelaide, that's Aidan Brooks in the yellow sleeves. Peripecia, she's ridden by Maddie Patzelt and races in a close-up 4th place, just ahead there of Highlighter and Billy Loughnane alongside Connor Planus and A1 Alley on the rail as they move down the side of the course and into the home straight now. Just behind the leaders then is Remedium, then covered up the white-faced Kalahari Prince in the grey Gatsby green diamond colours. On the inside then is A1 Alley, who's just angling for a run then with the red headgear of Das Kapital, who's coming there pretty well for Rose Dawes. As they move then past the 3 furlong marker, all seem to be travelling pretty nicely here in the closer. Down the centre, still Zoffany Portrait, taken on by Ben Adelaide. On the inside, A1 Alley now shaken up. Das Kapital has come from a mile back and is there with every chance. Highlighter behind, under pressure. Peripecia down the centre, but in front still and determinedly Zoffany Portrait, Ben Adelaide, A1 Alley and Das Kapital. 4 in a line as they enter the final furlong here. These apprentices flat out. Ben Adelaide just in front for Aidan Brooks, Das Kapital and A1 Alley on the far side. A 3-way go. Ben Adelaide, Das Kapital and A1 Alley. This is going to be really tight. Ben Adelaide together with A1 Alley with Das Kapital right on their heels. It goes to the judge. 4th home, Zoffany Portrait.
It does go to the judge. I don't have the judge with me in the studio. I have Lucy. Lucy, who won?
Hard to call, isn't it? But perhaps Ben Adelaide on this near side, or no, in the middle. Ooh. Closer than I thought.
Well, that's
Alone Alley in the middle is very, very close as well.
It's closer than I thought. The nose is, in terms of, I mean, hard to describe, but in terms of momentum in the slow-mo, which is a bit of an oxymoron, you could see the nose was going down of A1 Alley, whilst the nose of Ben Adelaide was coming back up again on the nod. It is so close. I'm almost reluctant to head over to Chelmsford. They are coming out onto the track at Chelmsford, so we'll have to have a bit of a chat about that. As soon as I see a result, I will let you know. That is such a close finish. The camera operator has made the decision. Camera operator thinks that the favourite A1 Alley's got there. I'm not going to trust a camera operator if it's all the same. We're going to talk a little bit about Chelmsford because they are moseying on there down towards the start.
So Chelmsford's late already, and so but there's little change in the market here. Boast is strong and Lisdara is strong. So it looks like we got the win there with A1 Alley. There was a weak signal at one point for Ben Aladin. I'm going to leave it here and then I'm going to film Chelmsford separately because I might not bother doing Chelmsford. I've got a decent profit. We know I can make more profit, but So now Lisdara is not a gold each way gamble. Opening shows have come. That makes me now too late to put this into Racing Index, so adjust anything. Still got Lisdara each way. It's still kind of strong. There's no other gamble in the race. But Boasty looks certainly like on the win side. We'll listen to that race and then we'll cut the video off. And then I'm going to have the day off tomorrow, Sunday as well. It's usually favourites day because there's a lot of non-handicaps. So if you're a favourite backer, which I've hopefully shown you is the last thing you want to be doing, because you can play all day and make only 6 points. As favourites yo-yo in and out, win-loss, win-win-loss, win-loss-loss, win type of thing. Hopefully you can hear me today. So I've lost my microphone. I'm going to get a new microphone, I'm going to get a new mouse. Let's listen to this race, and then thanks for watching if you did watch all the way through. I'll give you more insight into how to really lock in a profit from horse racing and make it a full-time business. A1 Ali did win. Das Capital signal strong, that was third. The weak signal came from the challenger, Benadalin. The one I went for, the other one, was just fourth. Skybet paid 40 to 1 on it. Good profit. It's good to be with Skybet, but I tried to do an account with Skybet and they didn't want to know. So news about me has certainly travelled through the circles. I've left it too late to be honest, but the last 2 years I provided the fix. Now I know the fix. I could bring UK racing and all racing to its knees. If enough people listened, we could take that much money out of the satchels, they wouldn't have any left to pay out. I'm very serious. This is what they've done in the counteraction to me. They've stopped the markets from opening. That final decision, last show they call it, they do it very late to try and stop me, but they can't.
Of the imagination. Right, loading process has begun. Lisdara is the first to go forward here. So once again, Luce, selection please, and a very brief reason as to why.
Yeah, Medrara for me, I thought the manner of his victory last time out was good. Won it comprehensively in the end, beating Island of Skye, who was a good winner at Kempton prior to that. So Mikael Mortensen takes the ride again, taking off £7. So he's taking off a lot of weight off this horse's back as well, which hopefully should strengthen his claims.
Boasty remains favourite 5-2. Medrara 100-30. Villalobos, who was a winner last time around ahead of Miss Elsa, and if I know anything about Miss Elsa is that she wouldn't have let that go easily. That's a frozen pun for parents out there. Scarborough Castle, Callum Shepherd 9-2 in the betting off the back of a win last time out over at Southwell. Persian Wolf, Luke Morris 7-1. Lisdara, who is already locked and loaded here. Charles Bishop on board at 12s. That leaves us Sun Festival 14-1 for Alice Bond. After this, we will be going Chelmsford to Chelmsford, and Gareth Topham will be back to talk the rest of the card through with John. Looking forward to another very good evening ahead of us. I think we are just about set here at Chelmsford. Hopefully there's commentary this time.
And they're off. Racing away for the CCR Handicap Stakes over the mile and a quarter. Boasty in the two shades of blue, the matching blue visored head, leading with Marco Gianni on board, together with Villalobos, a cheap piece runner there, the light blue and brown silks for William Carver. These two, and it's now Villalobos, the Lingfield winner from last time, who strides on with the circuit to go. Villalobos shows in front from Boasty, who won this race last year. Medrara is next on the inside, those red and black colours for Mikael Mortensen, also won over track and distance last time. Then Scarborough Castle in yellow and blue silks for Callum Shepherd, the recent Southwell winner. Then to that one's outside in the green and blue is Sun Festival. The green and pink hoops for Liz Darragh, who is second to last, and a nose-banded head at the back of the field belongs to Persian Wolf under Luke Morris. Down the far side in Villalobos is stretched clear at this point by the best part of 4.5 to 5 lengths over Boasty, who in turn is about 2.5 lengths clear from the third position Madrara. Between horses and his Scarborough Castle, a little wider out is Sun Festival. The back two remain Liz Darragh, a previous track and distance winner who is racing together with Persian Wolf on towards the end of the far side. Not so far in front now with a half a mile to go. Villalobos leads by the best part of 3 lengths over Boasty in second. Scarborough Castle to the outside of Madrara. They're in third and fourth. Covered up toward the inside is Liz Darragh. Persian Wolf angles between horses. Sun Festival now shaken up and is just about last of all as the field advance on the turn for home with just over a quarter mile to go. It's William Carver on board Villalobos that makes the best of their way home at the moment. Boasty though driven on turns by Marco Gianni, and it's now Boasty's picked up the work as they race inside the final furlong and a half. Boasty goes for home. Scarborough Castle is out after the leader. Villalobos now looks beaten. Persian Wolf is staying on to the inside, but Boasty is clear as they race inside the final 100 yards shortly, and Boasty is going to record back-to-back wins in this race. Boasty going on to win for Ivan Furtado in the hands of Marco Gianni. Boasty the winner, Persian Wolf in second, Scarborough Castle third, and Villalobos in fourth.
Well, great shout by Terry on the emails. He's
Okay, that's all, folks. That's all. I'm not going to play tonight. The races are too small, too tight. There's no early value I can see. It's going to be a lot of 7 to 2 kind of average prices. So, yep. Thanks for watching. Another great Saturday, which could have been a lot greater.